The minute you start to not appreciate, but expect, I'm not doing it for you. And I'm a woman and I feel that way. And I know men that feel that way.
Woman likes a man that has confidence, like, approach me.
You're making women feel awful. If there's somebody on campus who's had an abortion, they're hating themselves right now because of you.
Man chooses who he wants. We choose who we can get.
Women in these countries, they're going to use you for your money. They're just laughing behind your back because they know that they're just using you for your wallet.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Really don't appreciate. This is why chivalry is dead. This is why men don't want to do for us anymore. Because the minute you start to not appreciate, but expect, I'm not doing it for you. And I'm a woman and I feel that way. And I know men that feel that way. I don't have to do anything for you but respect you. I don't have to send you money. I don't have to spend money on you. I don't have to do any of that.
Look, okay, to give you a quick answer on, firstly, I think we should just deal with the who should pay thing to begin with. When you're on a date, who should pay?
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. You know, I'm sorry.
But-
I would say, I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the
gentleman here.
You're
That's what I told them.
but you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No. Whenever Walt
What's
wanted, right?
where does this double standard come from?
That's something I want to do.
Yes, and most men do want to do it, but most women expect. And usually it's with small things, right? And it's not really small, but say most women expect gifts. Most women expect you to take them out and blow a bag. And usually it's women that don't understand how money works. They never have money, right? And I spoke about it in the last video. Most of America not saving anything. We wonder why. We wonder why people aren't able to save. They're blowing all of their money, right? I did it myself in your 20s, blowing all your money in the club and doing things like that. That's really, it's asinine, but it's happening. And they expect you to continue to do that for them. They almost expect it. And as she said, she's a woman. I'm not doing anything for you. So imagine how guys feel. Let me go on to the next one.
A woman likes a man that has confidence, like, approach me, you know, respectfully. That's something that I love. The fact that you're confident is gonna make me confident in you, and it just looks sexy. Confidence looks sexy on a man.
Yeah, it does. But guys, it's one of those things. It's like a catch-22, right? Because a guy can be confident and come at a woman, say all the right things, and still get denied. And it happens over and over and over. You know what's been going on recently nowadays? Guys just gave up. Like, why would they continuously be confident for a woman not to take him serious, right? And it goes back to what I just recently said. Why would a guy continuously approach a woman if he's going to get rejected anyway? Of course, a guy needs to work on his presence. And a lot of guys do. A lot of guys have it together. But still, they need to come with the extras. Oh, they need this. Oh, it's like always something to add on to the list.
That's usually my line.
Like, I looked at a list a while ago of a video where a guy checked off a list and it said, oh yeah, make sure I do this for a woman. And he added on a list, and the list had like 200 things on it. And the list had crazy things. Like, oh, I can't look too happy. Because you look too happy, then what happens? You looked at it as a sucker. It's weird. You can't look too much of anything. You can't look too mad, right? You gotta crack a smile sometimes, but you can't smile. It's weird. It's weird. Let me hop on to the next one.
Like, there's not a single person you are getting on your side. It's terrible. You're making women feel awful. If there's somebody on campus who's had an abortion, they're hating themselves right now because of you. This is not okay. You are on nobody's side right now, other than like a couple of guys, like a couple of conservative guys who, like, I'm not even gonna like try to debate you about like your personal beliefs. Everybody on campus right now hates you. Do you understand? You guys are annoying. We do not like you. You make
The guy is just simply stating what he believes. Everyone has beliefs. He's not pro-choice. He's pro-life. And if he's on the other side, there's no reason to hate the man. You can agree to disagree. Let me let her finish.
everybody's day is worse. Your pure existence is miserable. You are like a slime. We do not like you. All right? I want you to leave.
I commend this man for sitting there accepting. He goes through it all the time, I'm sure.
All right? I want you to leave. And I know I can't technically make you leave because of freedom of speech or whatever, but we do not like you.
We do not care.
We do not want you here. I do not want to argue with like a Ben Shapiro wannabe.
Man, that man, and this is college, I can tell, right? It's like he's building himself up to be in politics. He's just sitting there with a smile, with a smirk on his face, like, and I know he's thinking in his head, I don't give a what you saying. I don't give a damn. And I commend him because in life, if you hate it, if people hate you, women hate you, no matter what, right? You have to take it on the chin, keep smiling, and keep going. It's like when I did sales. The thing was, no matter what happens, no matter what no one says to you, keep smiling down. Like, keep that smile on your face, keep calling, keep that same attitude, keep that same composure. Like when people say, yeah, when I see you, since you want to fight me, keep that same energy. You have to keep that same energy no matter what, because you're going to need it, right? Say he starts buckling under pressure from a woman saying, oh, I don't like the way you act. He might as well not even do what he does, right? He might as well jump into another profession that has nothing to do with that, where it's all peachy keen, sunshine and roses and flowers. And you guys already know what I like to say, glitter, glitter falling from the sky, but that's not going to happen because it's life, right? And what happens is people that are PC, like she is, doesn't understand it's life. In life, you're going to have people going against you. You're going to have conflict. And that's something everyone needs to get used to. But you already know nowadays, when everyone gets a trophy, you get a trophy. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. What it does, this society nowadays has created suckers. And that's what you have nowadays. Women like her running around, I expect you to give me everything I want. They expect everything, but they expect to give nothing. And it's sad. Let me hop on to the next one.
A man chooses who he wants. We choose who we can get. And that's just the reality of the situation. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. They choose us, sweetheart. We may have options, but we have options based off of who we can get. And then we choose the best out of them. Out of these three that I can get, I'm going to choose him. Because he the best out of these three. We choose who we can get, and that's just what it is, whether you like it or not.
I wish that was the case, lady. You know, for the most part nowadays, guys are choosing who they can get as well. But how a guy has to see it, right? A man has to choose who's more into him, right? A man can't choose who he wants. And that's the thing. She doesn't know that, though. Because a lot of times, if a man chooses the baddest girl out there, you can do that when you leave, right? You can do it when you leave. But if a man says, I'm going to choose her because she's the baddest and she has the best body, he's in for a world of trouble, especially back in the West, because that woman has options, right? And the woman that's the baddest a lot of times is going to have a bunch of guys chasing her, and she's going to be hypergamous and go for that guy that probably has the bag, probably has the nicest car, and you're done for. Or you may find yourself getting cheated on because she has options. She may see you may be the guy she's using, right? And then she may have other guys using her. So she's getting used by the guy in the nicest car with the most money. But he won't take her serious. You're taking it serious. And it's like that most of the time. It's so weird. It's so weird and wicked in the West, to where you with a woman and you never know. You be like, man, that's my everything. That's my cupcake buttercup without the Reese's, right? That homemade buttercup. Melted chocolate, but it's hard because it was frozen and everything's perfect, and she's cheating on you. And the best way to prove that nowadays, you look at shows like Udi on YouTube, man, that guy will bring guys on the show and they'll have a woman that's bad, that he thinks is the most loyal woman, and she's ready to clap cheeks with the next dude like that. It's sad. Let me get on to the next one.
So let's talk about how women know who they marrying, still marry them. Then 5-10 years later or less, we have to hear you crying about who you married, even though, ma'am, did you not know who you married, ma'am?
It's not my fault.
The problem is women get married with the idea that if I change my mind or if I don't like this, I can get a divorce. Women do not marry a man thinking to themselves, I need to really fully accept this man for who he is. And do I think this man can protect, provide, sustain, and be my companion? 95% of the time, you're going to have to acquiesce to him. So women spend so much time dating a man thinking, does he want to marry me? You need to be thinking about, do you really want to marry him? You get so caught up in the season of, oh, I like him, I'm in love with him, I want to marry him. No, ma'am. Are you paying attention to how this man moves? Are you paying attention and playing this out in your minds of, am I going to be able to acquiesce and live in unison and peace with this man until one of us dies?
Yes, very true. And that's why guys always say, you chose him. And she broke it down right there. You can't just sit around and see all of the red flags and ignore them.
I realize a lot of women date emotionally unavailable men. That way they can point the finger because they're not emotionally available either, and you don't have to do the labor of finding out what's going on with you when you date a man that's worse off than you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're used to being the one that can't be caught. You're used to being aloof. You're used to not being so when you get with a man who got more red flags than you, it's easier to point at him and say he's the problem, and you walk off and don't do no more work.
And still choose to be with a guy. Like, for instance, a lot of girls, man, oh, he was broke. Okay. You didn't see those signs before then. You didn't see he didn't want to do nothing. You didn't see he didn't have a goal in mind, right? But back in the day, I'll tell you what happened. I got a woman that ignored I had a goal in mind. It was so weird. Because women to do that too. If they don't see your goal is capable, because a lot of times my goals were always capable. I was actually doing it, making money, but they don't see that it makes sense to them. They'll reject everything you're doing and take it for null and void. They won't even realize, okay, that guy's out. It's weird. It's women that do that too. Those women realize later, oh, I messed up.
And then you meet a nigga who actually is emotionally intelligent. You meet a dude that actually does communicate in real time when something is wrong. You meet a dude that actually does have boundaries, and now you look funny in the light. And I'm just saying, I don't know y'all personally. I'm only speaking from my experience. A lot of women be looking funny as in the light, bruh.
But yeah, it happens, right? But still, that's why guys say you chose him, and they did. Women did choose him. Facts. Anyway, we get on.
Hey, Passport Bros, help me understand your logic here, because I really don't get it.
Oh, here we go again.
So you complain about American women, how they're of no value, they're just after you for your money, they just seem like too much work to get, not feminine enough or submissive enough. Your solution is to pack up all the things you know, leave all the people you love, move to a country you're not familiar with, to a place where their language might not be your own, in a new culture, who maybe meet a woman that will be very obviously into you because of your money.
You can't make this up. No. Listen, they always say that, right? Every woman. I talk about this with so many guys, right? I even talked about it with the brother that I recently interviewed. And it's true. And the way he said it, the brother Simon, the way he said it, because he's older than me. But every man thinks like that. It's common sense. Who doesn't want a man that can provide? Right? Who doesn't? And another guy I reacted to recently broke it down, said, the woman I'm meeting will jump on a motorbike and ride with me into the sunset. How about you? What did all those women say? No, I'm not doing that. That's the problem. Women are too entitled.
How is this? It just seems like a lot of work.
I want something feminine and delicate.
If working to get a woman is the thing you're trying to avoid, that just seems like a lot. So I don't know if you guys follow the Reddit account of Passport Bros. I do. It seems like almost every post is about how it doesn't actually work. Women in these countries, they're going to use you for your money, but then have a more connection with the men that actually speak their language.
See, they've been fooled. They're sadly mistaken, right? You know what's happening with these women are saying? These women like us. See, we're not mysterious to you. So these women are the same as you. They look at Americans and go, oh, these guys are mysterious. These guys are sexy. They look at us that way. So think about this, right? Think about, you may be looking at other guys like that fit all the requirements that you want. 500,000 a year, very few guys. Or you may think the guy has it because he's shining at the club, right? But we're going and we're in their eyes what they want. A lot of times, oh, this guy is from here. Not even because I want to use him for his money, but yes, all women want to use guys for their money. It's common sense. Like you're speaking basic things that guys already know. The whole world knows that. It's getting weird that so many of y'all continuously make videos. Why am I still finding videos online of women saying the same thing? And it's crazy.
Men that are actually within their culture. They're just laughing behind your back because they know that they're just using you for your wallet.
How do you know?
The thing you were trying to avoid by leaving America to begin with.
No, she's only with you because you offer her security. That's
Yes.
all women.
Exactly.
One find a bum,
Exactly.
off the street and just say, you are the one for me. No.
But what makes sense is men already know women are hypergamous, right? Do men take advantage of that hypergamy? Yes. But are the women more willing? Oh, yes. They're willing and able. And they want to see us with smiles on our faces. And you know what women are saying? I had one African that said, oh, well, no, these guys are all about taking care of women. How dare you, American women, talking? And there's a reason why you women are being clapped back at, because these women are seeing us and going, wait a minute, this is not what they were saying. These guys are good guys. They're bashing these guys. Am I going to say everybody's right? No, not everybody's right. But the guys that are looking for marriage, looking for relationships, and looking for opportunity, because it's more than just about that. They're finding it, and the people are getting to know them and saying, outstanding gentlemen. And guys will continue to go down that path because we realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with you.
Of course.
See you next video.
This is the way.
Passport, bro. Passport. No. More to life.